Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rod Laver Arena for this exhibition match. Please welcome, from France, Gael Monfils, and his opponent, from Australia, Kyrgios.
Here come our players walking out of the tunnel onto Rod Laver Arena here in Melbourne Park, Australia. Gael Monfils and Kyrgios. It's going to be a very explosive match. Obviously, these two are well known for their ability to really do anything with the ball. A lot of trick shots. There's going to be a lot of madness happening out here on Rod Laver Arena, so buckle up, strap yourself in. We are in for absolute insanity. So Kyrgios has won the toss and has elected to serve first here in Rod Laver Arena, and we are underway right now. Wow. An amazing first point from Monfils and Kyrgios. You really saw a lot of everything there. Monfils' defense, Kyrgios' ability to really just come over the top of that forehand and just go insane. 15-love. That was a good backhand there from Monfils. Really stepped into it and just ripped that ball cross court. Drew the air from Kyrgios. Ooh. Looked like he didn't quite get set up for that one. Some sloppy footwork. That first point really showing how much it took out of both of these players. Oh wow, nice play from Monfils. Kyrgios tried to get him with the drop shot, but Monfils showing some great stamina there. A nice put away there at the net. Wow. Kyrgios making up for that absolute sitter of a backhand he missed earlier this game. He's not going to make that same mistake twice. Ooh, just pressing a little too much there. So this first game of this match is going to be very telling of what both players want to do. I mean, Monfils wants to try and lengthen these points out as much as possible. Kyrgios is obviously trying to end them pretty quickly. And it goes the way of Monfils there. Just a sloppy miss from Nick. You have to wonder, was Nick out at the pub late last night? Or was he playing FIFA until 3 a.m. again? Man.
30 love.
Kyrgios is really going to need to figure something out here. If not, it might be all Monfils. Monfils made a very uncharacteristic error there. He's been very solid the first game and a half.
Ooh. 40-15.
It was a close miss, but still one nonetheless. Better point from Nick, just did not do enough with that drop shot once he got up there. Probably just tried to be a little too cute there, and Monfils made him pay. But we saw sparks there of what Nick really wants to do. I mean, he really tried to rip that backhand and open up the court with the forehand. Just didn't quite execute it the way he wanted to there. That's not the kind of point that Nick wants to get into. Monfils is now starting to really dictate from the baseline and putting Kyrgios on the run there. And Kyrgios does not want those long points. Monfils can do that all day. Wow, that's just very good point construction from Monfils there. Really just running Kyrgios from side to side, opening up that court, then just putting it into the open space. Kyrgios is really struggling finding his rhythm here. Normally his serve and his forehand's able to get him out of trouble. His backhand's normally fairly steady. But now here he is looking at love 40. Ooh, he tried for the big ace out wide there. Let's see what he does here on the second. Oh my goodness.
Gael Monfils.
And this is sort of what you get with Kyrgios as well. I mean, you could argue you get this with Monfils as well. Obviously, Monfils doesn't tank. But Kyrgios has made some very questionable shot selection here. And he just does not seem very comfortable. I mean, he's made a lot of, not just mistakes, but he really hasn't swung through the ball really at all, aside from that first game. Ooh.
Love 15.
Monfils had a great opportunity there, just missed it a hair long. That's what we're used to with Kyrgios. That's what we're used to seeing with him. You know, really dictating with that forehand. That's exactly what he's going to want to do if he wants to get back into this match. There he is. I believe that changeover, he may have settled himself down just a little bit. Mentally realigned himself. We can only hope. He normally loves playing here in Australia. But Monfils shuts it down. He closes that door with that ace. He says, hey, I'm still here.
Thank you.
Wow.
Game.
Really, that point was Monfils' to lose. I mean, he had an opportunity there earlier in that point to just go crossbar. Had Nick Kyrgios sitting on his bench. Went right back to him, and Nick with just the ridiculous backhand flick winner. I think Monfils was surprised to even see that ball come back. And that's a mistake. You don't want to let Nick get hot. Once he gets hot, it's really hard to stop him. Kyrgios just missed that ball a little wide. Tried to go for a little too much angle there. Just missed. Ooh, great lob from Kyrgios there.
30, 15.
Really used that left hand to get that topspin to dip that ball down right on the baseline. Another backhand miss. The backhand normally is fairly reliable, but he's miscuing today.
30-40.
Monfils looks very stable out there. He's getting his feet under him, his feet under the ball, really using those legs, and it just shows by his ability to rip the ball here in the first 4.5 games. Monfils really got out of jail there again. Hit an amazing shot, an amazing backhand. Hit the ball right back to Kyrgios. And gave Kyrgios an opening in which Kyrgios still a little uncomfortable, seemingly. We're not really sure where he's at mentally right now. But Monfils, I mean, eventually you have to think Kyrgios is going to start picking up on that. He's going to start making those shots, and Monfils really needs to start constructing those points a little bit better. That's a great point from Nick.
Love 15.
Trying to get the Australian crowd back behind him. Been pretty quiet here first couple of games. He needs to do something fast, or it's going to be the first set. Oh, wow. Little game of cat and mouse there. Kyrgios goes for the lob instead of the rip through him. And Monfils just with a over the shoulder running backwards. That's a shot that really only Monfils can hit. Wow. Good hands at the net from Monfils there.
30-15.
Again, he just keeps going right back at Kyrgios. Instead of the open court, almost challenging him, saying, hey, I'm the better player right now.
Monfils is challenging the call on
see
the
what the call
right
here
near
is.
sideline. The ball was called out.
Just a bit out.
2 challenges remaining. 30 all.
Monfils got into a little bit of trouble there earlier in the rally. Had a pretty bad mishit. Led Kyrgios back into the point, and eventually he lost that one. This is really the first signs of cracks in the armor here from Monfils. I mean, 2 errors in a row. Kyrgios did a really good job there of tagging that ball into the open court and just asking Monfils, hey,
Thank you.
putting that ball in. Let's see what you can do. Oh, wow, look at the touch from Nick there.
15 love.
Got up there, played that ball cross court, covered it beautifully. Monfils thinking he's going the other way, and Kyrgios just pushes that ball right behind him. That was a great shot. Kyrgios is starting to find it now. He's putting a little bit of adult league club tennis into play here with the slice forehands. Trying to throw off Monfils' rhythm, and it appears to be working.
Kyrgios is challenging the call on the left near
See what the call
sideline. The
here
ball
is.
was called out.
Again, just a little wide.
2 challenges remain. 30-15.
Kyrgios wanted it all there and just missed out. A slice forehand winner from
14-15.
Kyrgios. I mean, we should expect nothing less from him. Pulling out all of the tricks in his tool bag here. 40-15 here for 4-3. That was a great job from Monfils to try and stay in that point. Ask the question, hey, I'm here.
Game 2.
Can you close it out? Maybe Kyrgios just hit one more ball, and Kyrgios just hit an unreal shot. Look at the stab there. All Kyrgios had to do was put that ball anywhere on the court. You have to think Monfils wasn't going to get there, despite his speed. Monfils has to be very careful here. He sort of lost his rhythm, made a few mistakes that were very uncharacteristic, especially with the beginning of the match. And now Kyrgios is right back in it. So let's see what he does. Ooh, double fault.
Love 15.
That's not how you want to start out your serve game.
Thank you.
Trying to get to 5-3. Just caught Kyrgios going the wrong way there. But this is a very good example for you players at home
15-0.
how quickly momentum can shift, even on the pro tour. Oh my. Kyrgios was thinking he was playing doubles there for a second with Kokkinakis. That Australian heat must be getting to him. And it's a hot one out here, guys. Australia is always hot, but especially today. And it seems to be taking a physical toll. All Kyrgios can do is stop and stare at that one. Wasn't the best decision. A really good approach, but just for whatever reason, still thinking he's on the doubles court. Ooh, Monfils wanted it all there, and he would have had it. Missed just a little wide. Just pushed it a little too far long, and Monfils one game away now. But as I was mentioning earlier, for the players at home, you know, momentum can shift. Normally it's like a 3-game-ish shift. So as long as you're able to stay in there, there's always a chance that momentum can shift back in your favor. I may have jinxed Nick there. Curse of the commentator. Kyrgios has done a pretty good job here to sort of right the ship. I mean, if you would have asked me in the first 2-3 games who I thought was going to win this match, it was definitely going to be Monfils, but it's not over until it's over. Of course, it only being the first set. Still have a lot of tennis to be played.
15-30.
And I'm just as speechless as you. After that one, I'm not really sure what Kyrgios was doing there. He made it to the shot in plenty of time. I guess just decided he didn't want to play that one. Monfils with a very bad miss there.
Quiet, please.
Kyrgios pressed him and seemed a little late, maybe a little tight, trying to close this one out.
40-30.
Monfils seems a little tight here. Let's see if he can loosen up. Still in this game. Just a little wide there from Kyrgios. He wanted it all there. Pretty solid point there from Monfils. He's got to be careful about feeding that forehand of Kyrgios, though. Some unreal digs from both players there. And Kyrgios really wanted that backhand scorcher, just missed it. Seems to be the tail of the tape here. And Monfils with a set point. And he's got a second serve look. Let's see if he can convert. got it.
First set, Monfils.
First set goes to the Frenchman, 6-3. Kyrgios with a give me there. And he just missed it wide. And we look at the numbers here. Both players with an ace. Kyrgios may have a couple more winners, but he also has significantly more unforced errors. And when you make 21 unforced errors to your opponent's 9, that's sort of what we're looking at with the first set there. 6-3 the way of the Frenchman, Monfils. Monfils with an error there as well. Bringing that number up. Two unforced errors in a row. Arguably gimmies.
Out. 15-30.
Kyrgios with double the unforced errors of Monfils here. Swing and a miss.
15-40.
Very interesting. Maybe he just mistimed that. Maybe it took a bad bounce. Looks like maybe his foot got stuck as well. Kyrgios with a break point. 15-40. Scorcher of a backhand to break on the first game of the second set. And Kyrgios, I believe, for the first time, has taken the lead in the set. And he's stepping up to the line to serve here, hoping to keep that momentum going. Let's see if he can. Too easy for Nick.
15 left.
Great ball to pull Monfils out wide and had the easy sitter there. Monfils just shanked it.
30 left.
A little slow with the feet getting up there. You have to wonder if the heat's starting to get to him a little bit. That's a bad miss on that return. Got to put that forehand in play there if you're Monfils. Great patience from Monfils there.
40-15.
Nick did fairly well staying in that point, scrambling, but just not quite good enough. Monfils opened that court up just the way he wanted to. Rolled that forehand cross court for the winner. 40-15 still, Kyrgios. Monfils trying to force the issue a little bit there, gives Nick the 2-0 lead here in the second. really let that one rip. Kyrgios 3 out of 4. Monfils 4 out of 5. Break points won. Both players have done a pretty good job of capitalizing on their chances. And Monfils just, again, beautifully opening up that court.
15 love.
Hitting a wonderful forehand winner down the line. Missed that one a little wide. But that's a good lesson for players at home as well. You don't have to always go for the scorching winner. As you can see here, both players are going cross court, trying to open the court up and have a big target. And obviously the margins in professional tennis are a little bit smaller than with club and rec players. But that's another example of it there. Monfils got Kyrgios over into the forehand corner. Had a lot of space to hit into there. And despite being 2-love down in the second, Monfils with the fan pole with a 75% chance of taking this match here in Rod Laver Arena. And Monfils looking at a 40-15 lead right now. To get on the board here in the second. Gassed Kyrgios out. And that's a very deflating way to lose that game. Despite being down 40-15, Monfils just ran him around. He's back on the board here in the second. After the sit down, Kyrgios back to serve. You can see there with the distance run, Monfils has ran a lot more than Kyrgios. I believe 94 meters to 75. Monfils has no problem covering that court. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Monfils got a little too cute there, and you're going to see it here. Maybe not quite here. The between the leg volley at the net. And you expect that from Monfils, but he just missed an absolute duck. That's not what he wants to do here in the second. Amazing shot. Amazing play from Kyrgios there. He's done a very good job of that this match. Opening up the court with that heavy forehand and then just putting it away with that backhand. Great margins there. Monfils is looking a little sluggish here. It's very hard to maintain that court coverage here in this heat. Both players looking very gassed there. Kyrgios tried to get out of jail free with the drop shot there. And then Monfils with the good hands put the close on that point.
Monfils is challenging the call
See where
on
this
the
one
right
lands.
far side.
It was
The
close.
ball was called out.
Again, just a little wide.
2 challenges remain.
Of course, these longer
14,
exchanges
15.
are going to favor Monfils. That's a great ace from Nick there, taking a little pace off and just sliding it out wide. Monfils' legs a little heavy there. It looks like he just kind of got stuck. But these longer exchanges, they are going to favor Monfils, but you have to wonder how long he can keep that up, especially here in the heat. His legs starting to look a little heavy now. A double fault. That's the second time he started off a serve game with a double fault. Love 15.
Love 30.
Another miss from Monfils.
Thank you.
Love 30 now. Kyrgios hitting some absolute laser beams
Love
right
40.
now. That's just so good. I mean, Monfils is 2 steps away, and all he could do was stand there and watch it go by. Looking at love 40. And Kyrgios has a second serve for the break chance here now. He's just trying to do a little too much there. And what a momentum switch this is. Kyrgios leading the second set 4-1 off of the errors of Gael Monfils and some pretty superb play as well. If you would have asked me at the beginning of the match if I thought that this would have happened, I probably would have told you no, but here we are. taking a page out of Kyrgios' book there. Pulling him off the court and just knocking the ball down the line. Beautiful shot. Monfils got a little lucky there with the shank slice. Got a little bit shorter of an angle than I think he was anticipating. Kyrgios with the fastest forehand slice winner I have ever seen.
15-30.
But he's got that power, so. Nick sort of got wrong-footed there and just rolled the ball up to the net for the ball boy. Curious to see down 15-40, up 4-1 here in the second. Is Nick going to go back to his old ways, or is he going to keep the foot on the gas? Good pressure from Monfils there, not necessarily with power, but with placement. I mean, he did have some good power on that, but Kyrgios just stretching, trying to get that ball in the court any way he could. Maybe trying to go for a little too much there and just missed it a little long and wide. Monfils serving 2-4 in the second. We've had some unreal points this match so far. Both players starting to really find their rhythm. And they're just knocking the fuzz off the ball now.
Quiet, please.
That's a bad miss from Monfils there. Ball landed a little shorter in the court. He tried to step in, just pulled that one a little too wide. Looking at love 30 now. Make that love 40.
Love 40.
Kyrgios here with 3 break chances to go up 5-2. And wouldn't you know it, he has yet another second serve look. 360 backhand flip to get back into that one after the Kyrgios lob. Tried to get a swing volley from no man's land, seemingly, and a little short. Really have to question the decision making of Monfils there. Now on the Kyrgios serve, he has a chance to take the second set 6-2. Kyrgios with a little magic there.
15 love.
A swinging drop volley. There's a first time for everything. Kyrgios has a little bit more pep in his step now. Really striking through that backhand, which is something he was not doing at the beginning of the match.
Out. 30-15.
Monfils opening up the court
30 all.
beautifully there. Both players hitting some really nice, sharp cross-court backhands. Monfils getting the better in that exchange, looking at 30 all now. Monfils had him leaning the wrong way. Kyrgios was expecting a down the line. Monfils got what he wanted, just maybe saw him move at the corner of his eye and missed that one. Oh, and he missed the gimme.
Use.
Looking at deuce, Kyrgios is definitely probably going to want that one back. Erases that deuce pretty quick. Another scorcher of a forehand down the line. And now we're looking at Kyrgios' first set point of the match here. Or second, excuse me. Letting him know, hey, I'm still here. I'm not done yet. With an absolute rocket to bring it back to deuce. Again, just opening up the court beautifully, and now he's earned himself a break point here to get to 5-3. Kyrgios once again. Just ripping through that ball with the left hand of that two-handed backhand. Once again at deuce. tight miss there.
Kyrgios.
Just tried to push that ball down the line. Missed it wide. Kyrgios with his 3rd set point. And 3rd time's the charm for Kyrgios.
Second set, Kyrgios.
Draws the match even. 6-2 Kyrgios. 1 set all. We look at the flip here. Kyrgios, a lot more winners and way fewer unforced errors in that 2nd set. And you can look at the score line and you can see how much of a difference that made. 45 minutes into this match. 1 set apiece. Minus the first couple of games. That's just been the story of Nick Kyrgios right now. Having some great mental fortitude, having some better than normal patience. Really just moving Monfils around and then opening up the court. And that was a 30-ball rally. Monfils may have saved him there. It looked like that ball was going to just drift a little wide. Monfils comes up with a swinging backhand volley and ends up doing Kyrgios a favor there. Kyrgios now up 40-love off the Monfils error. And you gotta wonder what's going on with Monfils. You have to wonder maybe he's starting to cramp. Just starting to press a little too much. Trying to maybe shorten these rallies. And wouldn't you know it if it's not yet another second serve on a break point. Oh no.
Gael Kyrgios.
Monfils had the whole side of the barn there. And somehow missed that one. Kyrgios taking the lead, and the break points won. 6 out of 7. To Monfils, 5 out of 7. just trying to get a little too cute there. Monfils is seemingly really trying to shorten these points now, which is not what we would have expected at the beginning of this match. We definitely thought that Nick wanted to shorten the points and Monfils wanted to draw him out. But now seemingly it's almost flip-flopped. Kyrgios on the lead with his first double fault of the match. Kyrgios with another just gimme of a miss. Just ran straight into it. Jammed himself up there. Love 40. Monfils with a chance to get on the board here in the third. Kyrgios just wanted that one to be over, you could tell there. Just slapped it. Ends up going wide. And you have to wonder why Monfils is all of a sudden, or at least there for a little bit, trying to end the points so fast. Pretty good defense there, turning defense to offense. I had to wonder maybe something was hurting him, maybe he was cramping, but here in the past game or so, started to go back to what's worked. Seemingly wearing Kyrgios down. I'm just seeing if Kyrgios can hit through him. Kyrgios shut that one down. Interesting choice. Monfils with the lob, just a little too short. Kyrgios closed that door real quick.
30-15.
One thing you got to remember, this heat here in Melbourne, these players now have to gain second, third, fourth wins. And Monfils with an unreal dig there.
40-15.
Seemingly served and volleyed. Picked that one up off the ground to set up the easy volley. Kyrgios said not yet.
40-30.
40-30 by way of the Frenchman. Kyrgios now has a second serve look to bring it back to deuce. Monfils just maybe wanted that one a little too bad. Looking at deuce now. He's been very close with those out wide serves all day. Hasn't quite gotten them. Gotta wonder when he's going to start connecting on those.
Advantage.
Monfils with a little, looked like a little limp there. Kyrgios missed the lob. Monfils put that pressure on him. Got a pretty deep volley. Deuce number 2. Again, that's just another great backhand from Kyrgios. He's done a pretty good job of stepping up, stepping into that court and just letting it rip. He's got himself a break point. From the Australian there. With another break. Is up 2-1 here in the third. Obviously, Kyrgios is playing at home, but this kind of fortitude we're not used to seeing. It's giving me at least Wimbledon final vibes.
Out. 15 love.
Didn't quite move his feet to set up for that one. Ooh. Monfils with a beautiful swinging volley, good close up at the net. Kyrgios almost erased that. Looking at 15-30 now. Kyrgios has really had a tough time getting up to that drop shot today. Well, maybe not necessarily getting up there, but just doing something with the ball once he does.
Out.
Just like that.
Gael Monfils.
Monfils brings it back to 2-all here in the third. Haven't really seen any dominant serve games here from either player. Both have won 7 out of 9 of their break chances. Kyrgios is able to right the ship there.
Love 15.
Didn't do much with that first ball. Got there again in plenty of time. Was able to hit a pretty decisive volley there. Monfils there. Again, you see him pulling Kyrgios off the court. He's standing over in the doubles alley trying to get back in there, and he's just a step too short there. Looking at 15 all. Oh, wow.
15-30.
They were painting that sideline close to the umpire there for a little bit. Almost looking like an exhibition match, but Kyrgios gets the better of that 26-ball exchange. With a 15-30 lead, Kyrgios again has another second serve look. Kyrgios leaned the wrong way. Monfils hit the right spot, just pushed it too far. 15-40, and he's really struggled with that first serve percentage today. Again with another second serve. Down break point. Kyrgios only needs that one chance. You gotta wonder what's going on with the Monfils serve. He has spurts of times where he's able to cover the court, is very solid, and all of a sudden he starts making all these errors, and now he's giving Kyrgios a lot of looks at second serves. You gotta wonder what's going on. Monfils dictating a little bit there, pushing Nick out wide, and unwisely tries to go for the down the line shot instead of the higher percentage. Kyrgios with a double fault. He's known to throw a couple of those in there. Normally goes pretty big on second serves. Monfils looked a little jammed up there. Wasn't quite able to get enough on that ball.
Thank you.
Landed a little short, and Kyrgios hopped all over that one, said thank you very much. Again, I said it earlier, something we were talking about up here in the booth. Neither one of these players have really had a dominant serving performance. Oh my goodness. We got to take another look at that one. Kyrgios barely gets it by, runs around, and then smacks around his body. Oh my goodness, what a way to save a break point. Not quite enough.
Gael Monfils.
Monfils able to break, not letting that absolute highlight reel of a shot from Kyrgios get to him. He gets right back to business. 3-all. Here in the third.
Love 15.
And Monfils just kind of took his eye off the ball, seemingly there. Saw Kyrgios scooting back to cover the cross court. Just missed that backhand a little wide. Kyrgios had some pretty good court coverage there. Did well to stay on that point, just hit that ball a little late. Tried to go a little too close to that line.
What?
Monfils finally gets that serve out wide on a second serve, no less. I was able to just hit an absolute cannon for that winner. Kyrgios, you could really see it there.
40-15.
Hitting that ball off of his back foot. Monfils had the green light, step in. And all Kyrgios could do was watch that ball go by him. Great play from Monfils there, and you can tell with the 40-15 scoreline.
Let's first serve.
I believe that's our first lead of the match. Here in the third.
Out. 40-30.
Kyrgios doing just enough there. 40-30, Monfils. And the first serve woes of Monfils continue here. Got it real close with that one. Monfils doing everything he can to battle back those huge shots from Kyrgios, but Nick was able to get him just out of position enough
Quiet, please.
to once again use that backhand.
What?
Oh my goodness.
Advantage.
What in the
Kyrgios.
world was Monfils thinking? Had Kyrgios pulled all the way out. Tries to go right back at him and misses the ball. Oh, that's a bad miss from Nick.
Deuce.
That was really, really bad. I think he knows it. Just pulled that one wide. You know he's thinking about that missed return. But then again, you don't really know what Kyrgios is thinking about most of the time. But most players would be thinking about how they missed that return on break point. Now Monfils with a chance to go up 4-3. But he's going to have to do it on a second serve. Ooh, he almost does. And you have to think, maybe this game might decide the rest of the match.
Kyrgios is challenging the call
Kyrgios
on
with
the
the
right
challenge. He
far
thinks it may have
side.
landed
The
in.
ball was called out.
But yet again, just a little wide.
Two challenges
Looked like he
remain.
kind of mishit that one. You saw it
Monfils.
spinning over the left, and you can see with the win predictor. It's looking a little bit different than it did at the beginning. I believe it said 68% in favor of Kyrgios to win this match here at Melbourne, the Rod Laver Arena. And you can see the unforced error count there. 44-34. Kyrgios leading the way in that category.
Advantage. Kyrgios.
Kyrgios with a little
Thank
pep in
you.
his step now. On his second attempt, Kyrgios threads the needle to take a 4-3 lead here in the third. Some huge shots there, especially on that last point. Kyrgios getting the better of that exchange. And this might be the longest set of the match. Kyrgios has run a decent amount of distance, as you can see there in the diagram. But he's not planning on running here. That ace out wide gets him to 15 love. Looks like Kyrgios got a little stuck there.
15-0.
Not exactly sure what happened. We're looking at 15-all now. Both players striking the ball
30-15.
very well now. Kyrgios with a really good topspin shot cross court. Gets him to 30-15. Oh, you know Monfils is going to want that one back. A backhand return right at him. This is it in the net. Oh my.
Kyrgios.
And that might have been one of the easiest serve games we've seen the entire match. Monfils too quick for his own good there. Runs right into the ball and
Quiet,
just can't get out of the way. Now he's serving to stay in the match. Down 3-5 here in the third. Oh my.
15 love.
Kyrgios missed an absolute sitter there. Looked like Kyrgios got stuck a couple of times there in that point. I don't know if the shoes are sticking to the court or not, but looked like he almost lost his footing a couple of times there. Monfils taking advantage, running him side to side. Looking at a 30-love lead right now. Just tried to guide that one.
30-15.
That slice taking it a little too far wide. 30-15. Wow, Kyrgios off the back foot.
30 all.
Able to not only change direction, but do it with some authority. Able to bring it back to 30 all. And I was about to say, Monfils doing a little bit better with his first serve percentage this game, but starting to fall into his old ways here. At least this match. Piece a little wide. Kyrgios, again, both players have done this. They've pulled him off the court, and at times they just go hard and deep right back to him. Instead of going into the open court, Kyrgios very fortunate to get out of that one. Here he is with a set point. And he's going to have it on a second serve as well. Let's see what Monfils does here. And he double faults
Kyrgios
the
leads
third
by
set
2
away.
sets to 1.
Let's look at the numbers. Monfils with a 46% first serve percentage. Both players with 14 unforced errors. Kyrgios with double the winners. And we'll catch you after this commercial break. Hey guys, this is John or JB, and thank you so much for watching the video up to this point. If you are new here, I just wanted to let you know that I do play Honkai Star Rail, Lethal Company, The Last of Us, AO Tennis 2, and there's a lot more coming soon, so please consider subscribing and liking the video, and leave me comments to let me know what kind of content you want to see more of in the future. And without further ado, let's get back to the match between Gael Monfils and Nick Kyrgios. Oh my. That was a loose error from Kyrgios there. I think he was just trying to get up to the net a little too quick, didn't focus on his shot. Led to the error there. Love 15.
Love 30.
Kyrgios has got to be real careful here. Doesn't want to let the Frenchman get back into this match. Oof. Kyrgios did good to get up there. Obviously, Monfils with the speed was able to make it. Kyrgios just sort of tagged it right at him. And Monfils wasn't quite able to maneuver that ball back into the court. 15-30 now for Monfils' way. Error there from Gael. You really don't want to give Kyrgios any sort of momentum. He gave you those first two. And that is quite the shift from the beginning of the match. The win predictor favoring Kyrgios by 92%.
Thank you.
Kyrgios with a 40-30 lead after crawling back from love 30 down. Oh wow. What in the world was Monfils doing there? Hitting an incredible shot off that first lob. I just think he tried to do it twice. Second time was not the charm there. Instead of trying to move back and play a smart shot, he tried to be the showman that we know he is, and it really cost him there. If I'm Monfils, I definitely want to go back to what I did in that first set, obviously. I mean, just using your speed, putting the ball in play. I mean, right now he's just trying to go for a little too much. And definitely want to get that first serve percentage a little bit higher. And right as I say that, gives Kyrgios a look at a second serve. Oh, no.
Love 30.
This is a very dangerous spot for Monfils to be in. He does not want to get down an early break here in the fourth set. Just a loose error from Kyrgios there.
15-30.
Looked like he was just trying to do a little too much. Pulled it a little too far wide. Oh, that's a sloppy return.
30 all.
Sloppy return there from Kyrgios, and just like the last game, both players have
40-30.
had love 30 leads on the other serve game, and they've sort of blown it. 40-30 for Monfils here. Oh man, that's a poor game from Kyrgios there. Monfils really fortunate to squeak out of that one. Didn't really do anything super stellar, just Kyrgios made some very bad mistakes. Oh. That's a great shot from Monfils. That's more of what, if he wants to get back into this match, he definitely needs to do a lot more of that. Just staying patient, using his legs, using that speed. And then once he gets an opportunity to open up that court, go for that shot. Kyrgios did not move a muscle.
Quiet, please.
He was dead to rights there. Monfils had to just put it anywhere in the court, but still missed it. Second serve here at 15 all. That's a big time shot from Kyrgios.
30-15.
Again, what does he do? He moves Gael off of the court and then uses that big topspin forehand to just paint the lines in that corner. 30-15. Ooh, he wanted it all there. Good point construction from Monfils there.
30 all.
Let's see if he can find a way to maybe get this break. Good defense from Kyrgios, but not quite good enough. Monfils really putting his foot on the gas, but doing so in a controlled way. That's exactly what he wants to do. He's earned himself a break point here on the Kyrgios serve. That's well done from Kyrgios. He went a lot heavy and deep down the middle until he got what he wanted. And you see him here, ripping that first backhand down the line to then open up that cross-court angle. Very well done. Trying to get a little too precise there. And a shot that Kyrgios is really used today has been that slice forehand, even when he's not on the run. And it seems to have worked for him here. Up 2 sets to love, but he is facing a break point with this second serve. There it is again. Changeup must be working. Look at those unforced errors. 100 unforced errors this match. That is truly something else. 54 by the way of Kyrgios to the 46 of Monfils. That's just too good. There's that slice forehand yet again, keeping that ball nice and low, gets Monfils on the run, and what does that let Kyrgios do? Step in, rip that ball cross court for another nice winner. And now Kyrgios has earned himself a game point. That's a bad miss. Monfils is going to want that one back. And Kyrgios, after a fairly tough serve game, is able to hold on. And Monfils is probably going to go back to the bench and really wonder what he was doing there. Still on serve here in the fourth. Frenchman trying to keep Kyrgios from getting a break. But if he's going to do that, he's definitely going to have to get that first serve percentage a lot higher than it is right now. Or if he does that the rest of the match, he may not have to worry about it. Second serve ace out wide, that puts him at 2 for the match. Monfils just couldn't seem to get out the way and just tried to almost volley that from the baseline. Ends up pushing it a little wide. And the serving woes of Monfils continue here. Oh.
30-15.
All Kyrgios had to do was push that ball across court. Missed it wide. Good point for Monfils there. He's really going to need that. He's got to find a way to start getting these holds a little bit easier. I mean, he's not getting very many free points on the serve.
Thank you.
He's having a hard time putting that first serve in. Gets one there.
game, Monfils.
Monfils, I believe, got out of trouble there. Nick just didn't quite get his feet, his legs bent underneath him. Stood straight up and just could not get under that ball enough. Ends up pushing it a little wide. Yeah. Nick got all of that one.
Kyrgios is challenging the call on the right
There's a
service
challenge.
line.
Let's
The
see.
ball was called out.
It was in. Oh, wow. I believe that might be the first or second
has
we've
3
seen
challenges remaining.
overturned. So obviously he does get a first serve. Monfils charging the net.
Lovely.
You have to wonder why he is opting to go with these 360 shots instead of between them. But he just thinks he's having success with that. That's just too good from Kyrgios.
No.
Just too good. Looking at 15 all. It's just more of the same. I mean, once you get your opponent pulled out that far, all you have to do is put it cross court. It's a winning combo every time. You have to wonder why Monfils has gone away from that. If I'm Monfils now, I definitely want to play more of the percentages. I mean, trying to go inside out with that backhand there may not be the best idea, especially to the Kyrgios forehand. You know how punishing it is. That's what happens.
40-30.
You keep feeding that Kyrgios forehand. Even though he hit a pretty good shot here, just a little short, Kyrgios able to hop all over it. Hit that rocket down the line. Monfils has to try and get that ball cross court. Play those percentages. Really got away with one there. Monfils only played cross court when Nick Kyrgios was standing right there, even when he did have an opening. And I don't even think Monfils swung at that. Must have used the force or something to put that ball over there. But nonetheless, almost looked like a cooperative rally there for a second. Both players going deep in the middle. And Monfils just seemingly running out of steam there. Electing to go for the big winner and misses way long. Not long, but wide rather. You can really see the match starting to take a toll on the players. They're getting a little bit slower. Legs are getting a little bit heavy, especially on that serve. But this is where it matters most.
Advantage, Monfils.
At this part of the match, it's just a battle of who wants it more and who's going to work for it. And we're going to get the answer to that sooner rather than later. He's able to get a break here in the fourth. Again, going back with that 360 shot, a no-looker. It's a nice cross-court backhand volley there. It's good enough to get him the break. See how Kyrgios is able to bounce back from that. That was a very interesting point, to say the least. Monfils again going with the no look. Elects the swinging forehand volley, and it cost him. That's a big close from Monfils to not let that ball get low on him.
15-0.
Got up there and put that smash away. Kyrgios with 42 winners to the 30 of Monfils. Monfils looking like he just got stuck there once again.
15-30.
Just kind of swung and missed. Monfils is definitely going to want that one back. Just put a little too much heat on it. Down 40-15 now.
Let's first serve.
Kyrgios with a chance to bring the match, or bring the set rather, back to even. Kyrgios has really put on a masterclass with that backhand. I dare say that's where most of his winners have come from. Just stepping into the court like he did right there. And just laying it down.
Thank you.
And that gets him back to 3-all here in the fourth. Monfils with a very loose forehand there. Was almost long and wide. Again, Monfils sort of looking like he got stuck there.
30 love.
I mean, you see him with the towel wiping the sweat off. It is hot out here at Rod Laver Arena. In Melbourne, Australia. I'm not really sure what Kyrgios was doing there. He got there in plenty of time. I mean, the ball was right there. He just sort of stopped and looked at it. Maybe the heat's getting to his mind. I mean, only he can know. Kyrgios with some good defense. Almost got that sort of stab backhand back in. Missed it a little wide. Monfils with a blistering forehand is able to earn himself a break point here late in the fourth. I mean, if you're Monfils, it's almost like, where do you go? I mean, the forehand is heavy. He's been doing a good job with that. And then you try and go to the Kyrgios backhand, and that's arguably where he's had his most success all day today. So, Kyrgios making it very hard for Monfils. It did make it very hard for him right there, cursing the commentator.
Monfils.
But Monfils with another break point. Nick wanted all of that one. He races that with a 167-kilometer second serve ace down the tee, bringing him up to 4 on the match. Very low numbers for Kyrgios, given this point of the match. You almost expect more, given how effective his serve is. Kyrgios ragged there.
Advantage.
He's earned yet
Monfils.
another break point. Let's see how Kyrgios handles this one. We wanted that down the T ace again. Monfils didn't even need to take a step. He knew that ball wasn't anywhere near the court. And Monfils here serving when we come back. With a chance to go up 5-3. Monfils not doing anything spectacular, but just sort of hanging on for dear life here. Just finding a way to put himself ahead. Now serving for 5-3 here in the fourth.
Let. First serve.
And a double.
Love 15.
Not what you want if you're Monfils. I feel like I've said that all match. Despite that, here we are in the fourth. Kyrgios got
15
one
all.
gift. Gave Monfils another. Kyrgios with some solid hands up there. A little dangerous with that swinging forehand. I guess Monfils thought it was going in the open court. Kyrgios sees that and just punches that volley right behind him. Wide from Kyrgios there. We're seeing more and more of that slice forehand from Kyrgios now on the return. Something that has worked very well for him so far today. Even a slice backhand there. That's wide and deep.
40-30.
Tried to hit that lob
Quiet,
off the
please.
back foot. Pushed it a little long. Monfils finds a way off of some huge backhand ground strokes. To go ahead 5-3 in the fourth. Kyrgios serving to stay in this set. If you're Kyrgios, that's not what you
Love
want.
15.
You do not want to give Monfils any kind of free points.
Monfils is challenging the call on the
Shot
left.
flow close this
near
one's going to
sideline.
be.
The ball was called out.
Woo! It's a lot
Two
closer than I
challenges
thought it
remain.
was going to be.
15 all.
Ooh, Kyrgios just overcooked that one again.
15-30.
While he's had a lot of winners, he's had significantly more unforced errors. Got to be very careful here. Kyrgios not really known for his defensive ability, more known for that blistering forehand and serve. But is somehow able to turn defense into offense there and is able to close in. Had a nice backhand volley winner. Slice failed him there. Looking at a set point now for Monfils to take this into a fifth. And he's got a second serve to do it. And just caught Kyrgios flat-footed there. Legs starting to get a little heavy, and after a 30-minute fourth set, we are now going to a fifth. Monfils winning 3 out of his 7 break points. Kyrgios winning his only attempt that he had, but it wasn't quite good enough. And we are going to the fifth. We are going the distance here at Rod Laver Arena. That's not how you want to start it for Monfils. I feel like I've said that all match long. He's really struggled with that serve, but somehow he has clawed and battled his way to a fifth set. Really has been the battle of the backhand, seemingly. Both players have been hitting that shot very well this match, especially those cross-court backhand winners. Monfils just kind of looking like he was tripped up there. Backhand fails Monfils that time. Kyrgios with a nice deep forehand there. Really put the pressure on Monfils to make anything happen. Oh, Monfils was all over that.
Game, Kyrgios.
He read it so early. You can see him recognize that racket face open up. He is there in plenty of time. Just misses it. Tried to do a little too much with it.
Quiet, please.
And now Kyrgios with the break starting out in the 5th. This is a perfect scenario for him. Monfils has to be very careful here. He battled so hard in that 4th. You almost have to wonder how much more he has left.
Oh. 15-0.
Kyrgios not really known for his court coverage. But he has done well enough here.
15-30.
68 unforced errors for the Australian. Just a loose error there. One attempt is all Monfils needed to bring it back to 1-all in the 5th. Kyrgios with another uncharacteristic error off of that slice forehand. Something which he doesn't really use too often, but is really employed during this match. And that statistic that we just saw, Monfils having 19 break opportunities. You almost wonder why Kyrgios hasn't had more, given the Monfils first serve percentage. Kyrgios just seeming like he's running low on steam here. That's just a tired miss as we approach the 2-hour mark here in Melbourne Park. Oh my goodness. And that's not the first one of those that Kyrgios has missed or gotten up to and just not swung at at all. I'm sure he's definitely going to want some of those back. Both players sort of just giving it everything they've got here. They know the other one's tired. Both running on fumes, the legs getting heavy. But Monfils with a 40 love lead here. And he almost had the game. Just missed that first serve a little long. Ooh, that's a bad miss from the Frenchman there.
40-15.
You're up 40 love, you know your opponent's gassed. I say just make him earn it. Instead gave Kyrgios the freebie. Does not live to regret it.
Gael Monfils.
Ends up getting that game in a fairly decisive fashion. And again, like I mentioned before, it's just the tale of the backhands today. Both players have hit that shot very well. Kyrgios here to serve at 1-2.
Thank you.
In the fifth.
Love 15.
Here comes Kyrgios with a double fault to start. Have to wonder
Love 30.
how patient is Nick Kyrgios going to be. He is here in Australia. He played 2 seemingly clinical sets, set 2 and 3. But you have to wonder, is he going to be able to maintain that mentality? Or is he going to go back to his old ways? Kyrgios hanging on, showing a lot of mental fortitude there. Throwing in yet again that slice forehand. Monfils pushes that ball just deep. $50 ball rally, that last one. Kyrgios again, not really known for his shot tolerance. but has shown some great signs of it here in this match. As I say that, Kyrgios looking like he's slipping back to his old ways. Not set. Feet weren't set up at all.
Quiet, please.
Just tried to go for the winner, and now Monfils with a break point here in the 5th. Gets it on that first try. Kyrgios looking like he's in danger now here home in Australia. And the Frenchman Gael Monfils looking to put Nick Kyrgios' run here in Rod Laver Arena to an end. Serving up 3-1.
Love 15.
You guys already know what I'm going to say about that one. Oh, if you're Nick Kyrgios, that is not what you want. And look at that win predictor now. At one point, Monfils was almost down and out with only a 6% chance of winning this match. Now he has climbed up to about, from what I remember, 54%. And those are two bad side return misses from Kyrgios. Gael Monfils up 40-15 here. And he's cruising now. In just 12 minutes, Gael Monfils has seemingly crawled back from the jaws of defeat and is now up 4-1 here in the 5th set against the hometown hero, Nick Kyrgios. Crowd trying to will Kyrgios back into it. Has made some questionable choices this match. Going to that same corner after opening up that court. That's his opponent. Oh, and Nick Kyrgios missed the gimme. He was right there. Just tried to do too much with it. Clips the top of that tape. Now at 15 all. Again, hitting it right back to him. Monfils put just enough power on it. Just enough angle. Kyrgios on the run was not able to connect with that cross-court forehand. Now Kyrgios is in a very dangerous spot here. Kyrgios seemingly done mentally with the match, tanking almost. And at 15-40, down 1-4, he's giving Gael Monfils a look at a second serve.
Out. 30-40. Quiet,
The pressure of the match is starting to get to Monfils. He tried to go for it all at once. Instead of doing what got him there.
Out.
Just like that.
Gael Monfils.
This is really the first signs of frustration we've seen from Kyrgios the entire match. Which is, I don't even believe myself saying it. But now Gael Monfils up 5-1, serving for the match. He knocks that one down. Thank you very much. Another beautiful backhand winner. First one on the forehand.
30-love.
Second one on the backhand. Monfils winners climbing up. Oh, Nick Kyrgios just got stuck there.
40-love.
And now, after seemingly being down and out, Monfils with 3 match points. Not yet, says Kyrgios.
40-15.
Monfils just kind of waiting for Kyrgios to make the mistake. That forehand landed a little too short. Kyrgios was able to hit that beautiful backhand cross-court winner. Second match point. That's all he needed.
Game, set and match. Monfils.
After 2 hours and some change, Gael Monfils, after a roller coaster of a match, is able to climb back from the jaws of defeat and just take off. In that 5th set, we look at the numbers here. We know his first serve percentage was not very good. First couple of sets, was able to bring that back up to 63%. And that really made a difference there at the end. You look at the unforced errors versus the winners. Nick Kyrgios making 82 unforced errors. It's going to be very difficult to win a match with that stat line. And surprisingly, Monfils with the fastest serve of the match at 230 kilometers per hour. But we look at the points won. Monfils winning only 7 more points than Nick Kyrgios. That's how close this match was, despite the winners, despite the unforced errors, the double faults, the aces, everything else. 7 points separated these two from victory and defeat. So we had an absolute classic here. Didn't really know which way it was going to go, but it goes the way of the Frenchman, Gael Monfils. Thank you all for tuning in. This is John or JB signing off.